Hey, how's it going, Div here? In this video, I want to walk you through how you can turn strangers into paying clients and really streamline your marketing and sales process. Since COVID, a lot of our businesses is conducted online. People use social media. These are places where people's attention are these days. So it's super important to actually have an online presence to create that trust, to build that connection with your client. So with that being said, the goal of this video is to help you streamline your marketing and sales process so that you're actually doing things more efficiently, first of all, and you can actually build a sustainable pipeline for your business and have clients coming in through these processes. So first of all, I want you to think about when someone first see you or someone that doesn't know you yet first talk to you, your initial reaction is not to just sell them stuff. So that's the same thing with businesses. And I know you've probably heard of this a lot too. When someone first finds you, they're going to instantly judge if you're trustworthy or not. In their mind, they're going to think, is this person just trying to sell me some bullshit, or are they actually helping me, or are the things that they're saying actually valuable, and is there actually logic behind the things that they're saying? So one misconception I see a lot of people do online about creating content, their main focus is about converting people, about how they can get sales directly, but that's not really the way to create content. The way to create content, the first of all, is to make sure that you're serving your audience, just like when you're with your friend, right? When you're with your friend, you're not really just trying to sell your friend stuff. You're actually seeing how you can help a friend. Your goal is not really to convert. When it comes to creating content, serving and helping is going to be your main focus. All right, so the next thing I want you to think about is your client customer journey. Just think about your own buying process. When you are buying something, what's your thought process, or how do you actually get to trust someone? So with that being said, you want to also create your marketing process around that. A lot of times these days, especially, we like instant results, right? We're taught to go up to people and ask for that booked appointment with the intention to sell instead of with the intention to build up content. And this is something that has a higher barrier of entry. And this is something, once you build out your content library, this is something that's actually going to differentiate you from other businesses. So think of the customer journey. And the first question I want you to ask yourself is, are you clear on what you do and how you can help? And not in a way that, hey, this is what I do when I come and sell you stuff. It's more like, okay, when someone goes to see you, when someone is actually sincerely interested, how are they able to connect with you on that level? And how are they able to see what services you offer? Number two, are you offering things that are helping them? Are you building trust through content? Are you building trust through giving something valuable that can really help them? The third question I want you to ask yourself is, are you standing out with your marketing and sales process? And I'm going to touch down into that a little bit later with this thing called 7-hour rule. When most marketplace is about converting, you want to make sure that yours is actually stand out. So down here, right here, this is most marketing and sales process. With most sales and marketing process, the first touch point, when it comes to outbound, people send an email, they ask people to book a call with them. They do their follow-up. They send another follow-up call to see, hey, why aren't you, booking a call with me? They send multiple follow-ups. When the prospect actually say, okay, cool, like, what your messaging is actually pretty good. I'll just jump on a call to see what you have to offer. They jump on a demo or sales call. Then a lot of times the prospect is going to say, okay, I'm going to think about it. Just send me more information. That sounds nice. On the other side, you're going to be like, oh, nice. We actually get on a call. You get so happy. But then this process right here, a lot of times it just gets stuck right there. From the amount of input you put in here, the very beginning of the process, the very beginning of the touch point to the very end, there's a huge drop off rate because you're not really nurturing them. So this is what I learned inside a mastermind with an 8-figure company, this thing called the 7-hour rule. So generally speaking, it takes about 7 hours, give or take an hour, for someone to decide whether they want to buy from you or not when it comes to higher ticket stuff. So this exact process I'm going to show you is what's inside a 8-figure company and how they've actually scaled or streamlined their marketing and sales to be able to grow so fast. So first of all, the touch point, their main focus is to bring people to their asset, to their training, something that they can actually offer, provide value for their audience. So their goal right here, super important, is not to convert people. They're not coming up to us too salesy. Their main focus is to bring people to trainings, to workshops, to provide value. The second part, once someone goes into there, they don't click into the book a call with them. That's totally cool. There's also another touch point. The second touch point that they do is retargeting them on Instagram and Facebook. So as a prospect, I saw this message, cool. I saw a little bit of their training. I did not book a call because I haven't known them enough yet. So during my downtime, I go onto Facebook, I go onto Instagram, I see some of the ads that they put out. And the ad that they put out is touching on one of the problems that I'm currently facing. I click into it. I get brought to a landing page. So right here, they bring people to a more in-depth case study to help people understand what actually is a transformation, what actually is a mechanism that they can help with. So as a prospect, as someone that's interested, I go into to book an appointment with them, I get brought to a thank you page. What they do on the thank you page, it's not just, hey, okay, thank you, we look forward to speaking with you on our call. It doesn't just stop there. What they do is they give the prospect more resources, more videos, so that they can browse. By the time they actually get on a call, they're already consuming a lot of the content that they've created, a lot of the training, a lot of the values that they've created. So first of all, just by simply right here, they've already been standing out from most of the other sales processes, right? So on the thank you page, they put things out like videos, bring people to their YouTube channel, give their prospect things that they can download. So right before the call, there are 2 steps that they do to also still warm the people up to make sure that the people that they're speaking to are actually a little more qualified to work with them. So first of all, there's a pre-call discovery call, meaning that they have some virtual assistants or they have people calling them to confirm, hey, are these the problem that you're currently facing? And a quick brief walkthrough of the solution. They'll be on the phone to ask the prospect, hey, if this is something that we can help you with, would you be willing to invest this much so that we can help you with? So they do a quick pre-qualification call, a little discovery call to understand the prospect a little more to make sure that it's a fit for them. If the prospect is a fit, the prospect gets brought to continue on the sales journey. If for some reason the prospect doesn't qualify, that's totally cool. The prospect still gains some value from all these things that they have put out at the very beginning. And through here, I'm going to talk about sales and marketing later in a bit as well. Through here, the salesperson or the VA, whoever is conducting this call, they actually get to give marketing the things in the very beginning a little more context in terms of how they can better create content to qualify people that goes down the funnel. Going back to the sales journey, if they do qualify, they're going to receive a pre-call email, which shows the prospect more case studies, more trainings, give more value. And that this really shows how this company can really help the prospect through all the case studies. And these are super powerful marketing tools. So once a prospect consumes all these content, first of all, they've already been getting a lot of valuable resources. Number 2, on the thank you page, they're also brought to multiple case studies, multiple channels to really nurture, to really build the trust with the company that they're going to be on the call with. So right here in the actual sales calls, it's more about personalizing prospect's question and really help the prospect get clear on how the program or whatever the service can help them, right? So right here, the demo call, even if let's say after the sales call, the demo call, the prospect is like, I don't know, let me think about it a little longer. They send out a follow-up email with more resources, more referrals, more client success stories that the prospect could consume to eliminate certain doubt the prospect has. Next up, let's say the prospect doesn't become a paying client. This is where holding regular workshops and client interviews really come into play. So with this 8-figure company, they do regular workshops, they do regular client interviews to really help their clients, to really help their prospects actually better go to the next step of their business. So let's say after the demo call, the prospect still doesn't feel ready yet. They get to be nurtured a little more. Then afterwards, after they're viewing these stuff, the salesperson call again is do a follow-up and say, hey, we know you've been watching our stuff and we want to see what else we can better help you with or any concerns that you have. And by this point, the prospect has already consumed so many of the company's content versus at the very beginning, the normal marketing and sales process is just like, hey, get on a call, let's talk about it. This is more information versus all these information. The prospect has already built up a trust, right? And this is the sales process that can really help you stand out and really bring a stranger from not knowing you at all to consuming the content, to really building up this trust, to really getting resources from you and becoming a paying client. So this is called the 7-hour rule because right here, let's say after training, there's a 1 hour of content consumed, some marketing ads, there's another 0.5 hour consumed. All in total, there's about 6 to 7 hours of content consumed already, and that's called the 7-hour rule. So for you, if you've watched it till this point, I would like you to start thinking about what are some things that your prospect may be facing and what are some content that you can actually offer. For example, this video I'm creating right now, this is for the intention to help you really think about your own sales and marketing process to really streamline things. And one thing I want to touch on is you can see right here, I've color coded certain things. Some are red, some are blue. Sorry, I'm not color blind. Some are blue, some are green. So these that are blue, these are assets that you create once or a couple times. You can put in the upfront work at the very beginning that's applicable for multiple different people that goes into the sales journey. So things like this, these are your systems, these are your processes. Creating an ad, creating these foundational assets, creating case studies, building up your resource files. This as well, like a pre-call email, your case studies, your trainings that you have, your referrals, and this right here actually is a green one. So this would be something that you would be regularly holding. This is your top of funnel assets, which I'm going to be talking about later as well. So these right here, a lot of things already can be streamlined. So these colors, these are all things that you can create inside your business to have a more sustainable audience base, to really create a pool of people that trust you and are gaining valuable insights from your resource. And right here, the next point I want to talk on is marketing and sales. So marketing and sales, they're intertwined. Marketing is going to be the very first 70 yard, and sales is going to be the last 30 yard. The goal for your marketing is to build that trust, is to build prospect awareness, to build up your trustworthiness, to build up your authority. For example, if you're working with someone that is well known in the industry, that's something you can use as an authority building thing. So marketing is more like your brand building, your trust building processes. Sales is when it comes to personalization, to better get feedback from marketing after the salesperson or you jump on a call with whoever is on the call with you and understand, okay, what are some things that they are facing to help marketing build up better content to serve your audience. So that's a relationship between marketing and sales. So don't just get on the call and start shoving your service onto people. And a couple example assets that you can create inside your business are things like referrals, references, build up your referral base. Another thing is case studies, testimonials. These are super, super powerful marketing tools. You can also create sprint courses for people to consume content, bring people through a little module that can help them transfer on their journey. And intro or clarification videos, people call them video sales letter, but I like to call them clarification videos because the intention is to help people better understand how your service can help them. Other examples, webinars, books, demos, ads, blogs, YouTube videos, pitch decks, sales clarity deck, I like to call them, email automation, personal follow-up messaging templates. These are all assets that you can create inside your business. And I'm going to be going further into depth in terms of which are those you can create first to create a better impact inside your business. And also what assets you can show to people in different phases of their customer journey. So a quick recap of what we've talked about in this video. First of all, create assets inside your business that you can streamline. Things like case studies, things like trainings and tools and resources that people can download, people can get value from. And the second thing is the 7-hour rule. Create content that's really valuable to your audience. The third thing in marketing, the goal is not to convert, but to help your prospect better understand what you do, get to know you, build that brand, build that trust between you and your clients, your business and your clients. And remember the intention, service comes first. And if you would like to build this whole process together with me for your business, you can book a call with me or just send me a DM. And I want to leave you with a little action item. What's one asset that you can create to build your 7-hour rule? Start brainstorming, start writing all your ideas down. For the action item after watching this video is to create one asset. And I would like to hear what you've created. If you've gone through this, if you've taken action, let me know because I would love to hear your feedback on this as well. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section. Feel free to DM me. So I hope this video is really valuable and I hope you can actually implement some of these stuff inside your business.